Hello, I'm Ronald Dixon, the very proud principal at South Asheboro Middle School.
And I'm Derek McCoy, proud principal here at North Asheboro.
The last few weeks have been a tremendous time of growth and connection in Plan C. As we move into Plan B, we're looking forward to taking what we've learned and using that as we transition to make sure that it's smooth and that it's even better. So we encourage our students to stay connected to your teachers to make sure that you stay on top of your work. We're getting ready to take an opportunity to show you how a few things will look under Plan B.
So we know that for some of you all, this is your first time here at the middle school level, and that does evoke some reactions. But for all of us, it's been a while since we've been in school, and that's an adjustment that we're all having to make. But we can assure you of a couple things. Number one, our teachers have been working very hard to make learning different from this spring. Our teachers have been creating lessons and activities that are going to be more fun and more engaging for everyone. So we've planned these talking points to provide you and your family with some knowledge points on how we plan to be safe at both middle schools. We are committed to making learning fun and engaging for everyone, but our priority is safety. So let's get started with our talk. Let's mask up. And start our journey.
Whether you are riding a bus or coming to campus in a car, one thing every student will need to do is turn in an attestation form from their parent or guardian. This form, which will need to be remitted daily, attests that a child is sent to school without showing signs of illness. The form contains questions asking if the student has COVID-19 symptoms. As we approach Plan B, the form will be made available to parents. If students do not have the completed and signed daily attestation form, they will be asked symptom screening questions before they board the bus. For those riding an ACS bus, distancing is the buzzword. We ask that you socially distance yourself as you will be getting on the bus. We also ask that while waiting at the bus stop, you practice this as well. Once inside the bus, each student will get their individual seat unless students come from the same household. Then multiple students could sit together. Please note, a responsible adult or older sibling is required to wait with all the children at the bus stop to help children return home should they not be allowed to board the bus. Face coverings will be required. Remember, bandana-style face coverings will not be allowed.
If you are being dropped off at school or walking to school, you will wait to enter the school in a socially distanced line. When arriving at school, all students will be instructed to use designated entrances to undergo a health screening. The health screening process contains two parts: a symptom screening checklist and an on-site temperature check using a touchless thermometer. Parents dropping off a student at school should remain in their cars until an employee has checked their temperature. Students who do not feel well, have a temperature of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, will be held in a designated health waiting area. Employees will contact the parent guardian to immediately pick up their student from school.
You probably noticed that the halls of our middle school campuses have a new look too. Yellow diamond shapes have been placed 6 feet apart throughout the schools to remind students and staff of the space needed to keep between people in order to meet social distancing guidelines. So here's an example of what a typical ACS middle school classroom may look like when you return. During this COVID-19 global pandemic, we have modified the way our middle school classrooms look in order to provide proper safety procedures at school. Desks have been spaced and or blocked off so that students will sit at least 6 feet apart in all our classrooms. Each room will be coordinated in order to ensure that we meet our social distancing guidelines. It's a different look, but it's the way things will be for now.
Breakfast and lunch will be served in the classrooms. Students are allowed to bring their own lunch if they choose, but they must carry their own lunch boxes throughout the day. Students will be prohibited from drinking directly from water fountains. Students are encouraged to bring their own water bottle or reusable water bottles with their names clearly marked. If the students need water and do not have a water bottle, They may ask an employee for a cup to get water from the water fountain.
School cleanliness is of utmost importance. Our students and parents can rest assured that all restrooms will be cleaned at least once an hour and all major traffic areas sanitized multiple times a day. All teachers will sanitize needed areas with materials provided by the district.
Students will have a staggered release, which will follow protocols strictly to ensure minimum traffic in the hallway and maximum safety. Students will still be asked to keep masks on and stay 6 feet apart on their way to their car or bus in the afternoon.
Spend some time reviewing the Asheboro City Schools reopening guidelines in preparation of having the students come back to school. The guidelines can be found under the Family tab. Scroll all the way down to School Reopening.
We hope that this short video was informative and has given you a good idea of what to expect when we return.
Middle school is a very special time, and with the hard work of all of our teachers, this is going to be just as fun and just as challenging as it's always been. We'd like to encourage all of our students to make every assignment count. Be engaged with all of your teachers, stay engaged with your peers, and keep your families connected to the great work that you are doing. Together, this is going to be the best school year ever.